So, guys, today we will cover or we will start the concept of object oriented programming from the beginning to our last class. So, it was the first half session of Python programming, and now today till end of the Python programming, this is the second half session. So, what do you mean by object oriented programming? Or suppose a program is given, so how we will say that program is an object oriented program. So currently one point you remember, if everything is nothing but a class, there is a terminology class is coming to our picture. So what I told, if everything is a class, that representing object oriented, but this is not the sufficient point, because lots of object oriented programming feature that we will know, and if we will see that features are available in a program, we can say that program is an object oriented program. Feature, class, object, data encapsulation, message passing, inheritance, polymorphism. So lots of points that we will discuss. Okay, but the key terminology is class and object. So without class and object, the terminology object oriented programming is meaningless. So first of all, we have to know class in detail. Okay, so point number one, in general, a class is grouping of objects having identical properties, common behavior, and shared some relationship to perform, shared some relationship to perform a specified task. For example, a computer system, a vehicle, etc. So what I wrote, a computer system considering as class. So you think and imagine a computer system consisting so many components, your keyboard, your mouse, monitor, CPU, UPS. So all are one components, and each components considering as one object. I have written class is a grouping of objects having identical property, monitor having its identical property. Through the monitor we can see the output or any visualization that is coming. Keyboard having its own identical properties. Through the keyboard we are inputting the value. CPU is having its own identical property, CPU processing data. So every component having its own identical property, and each and every component considering as one object, sharing some relationship. Suppose a keyboard I am connecting with the CPU, then keyboard is functioning. Or a mouse, when we are connecting with the CPU, then mouse is functioning. That means a relationship is established. To perform a specified task, whatever the task is given by the user, that task will perform. So we can say a computer system is a class, monitor is an object. A computer system is a class, keyboard is an object. A computer system is a class, mouse is an object. In this way, and this is in general definition. Give a response.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But this is not a programmatical definition. According to the programming point of view, according to the programming point of view, a class is a data type. A class is a user defined. It is also called as non-primitive data type which fully defines an object. Simply, according to the programming point of view, a class is a data type. So normal or primitive data type that we have known, x equals to 100. So we are saying x is an int type of variable. So int, that is primitive data type or basic data type. But a class is a non-primitive or user-defined data type because the name of the class that is completely user-defined that we will give. So class name is completely user-defined. So a class fully defining an object. That means without a class, we can't declare. Without a class, we can't declare an object. So what is an object? So an object is nothing but a memory. Simply is a named memory which contains class properties, So what do you mean by class properties? Basically, a class contains data and functions. Basically, a class contains data or function or data and functions, which is considering as class properties. That means whatever inside a class, whatever anything is present, that is called as class property. Basically, class contains data or function or data and function that is called as properties of that class. Clear? Once a class is declared, once a class is declared, we can declare any number of objects, belonging to that class. So what is the meaning of this statement? Suppose I have a class example 1. Example 1 is my name of the class. So once we have a class, so what I wrote, n number of objects that I can declare by that class. OB1, OB2, OB3, OB4, OB5, OBN. So n number of objects that we can declare by a class. So that point I have written. So once a class is declared, we can declare any number of objects belonging to that class. So we will go to our Jupyter Notebook environment and we will see how we will write a program. We will develop a program using class and objects. So that is our today's agenda. So I hope everybody have written all these points, these
Yes,
5 points.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we will go to Jupyter Notebook environment. So, so where is your file? I think I have done. Just I'm creating a new file. Creating a new file. Python object oriented programming, creative, techno college. So we will see how we are representing a class and how we will define a class. Inside a class, how we will represent the data and function. Okay, so everything that we will see. So class name. Class is a keyword. Suppose class name is, let class name is my example. Suppose class is a keyword. The keyword class instructs that my example is our class name. Just to see, first character is uppercase, naming convention. This is protocol. So the name of the class when you are representing, the first character is uppercase. And if you are thinking your class name consisting multiple words, then first character of the second word is uppercase. So that's why here I have specified M is uppercase and E is uppercase. This is naming convention, this is protocol or rules and regulation. So when you are giving the class name, first character must be uppercase. Now, suppose I will define a function. So already we all have studied about the function. So now I will define a function, let show function. Okay. So one point, very important point you remember, any function when we define inside a class, whatever currently, I will say one point, that point I will repeat. So whatever the function you are defining inside a class, if the function requiring argument or requiring no argument, it is not a matter. But one keyword you have to pass. This is mandatory. And that keyword is self. So what I told again, I am saying any function when you are defining inside a class, any function when you are defining inside a class, the function requiring argument or requiring no argument, that is not a matter, but important point is, or it is mandatory. there is a keyword named as self you have to pass. So what is the self and what is the purpose of self? We will know. The self keyword directly referring to the current object. Object is a memory basically when an object we will create a memory, will allocate, and that memory will contain the class property. So self act as a reference. The meaning is whatever we have the data member, the data member will access by the self keyword using dot operator. This is the point we will see. So currently there is no use of self, but there is a protocol when you define a function inside a class, self keyword you have to pass, you have to specify within bracket whether the argument is required or argument is not required. That is not a matter. So here my class name is my example. Inside my example class, I defined a show function. Now, suppose body is suppose I will write Python means Ceylon software. So what I did, this is step number one. In step number one, what I did, I defined a class. The class name is my example. Inside my example class, one function I defined, the function name is show. The function definition representing a task. Here from show function I define that representing a message Python means Ceylon software. So this is step number one. So now I will enter a backspace. I came out from the function. Again I will enter a backspace. Completely I came out from the class. Give a response.
Yes, sir.
Everybody is
Yes.
understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, step number two. Step number two is what? Object declaration. Object declaration is very simple in Python programming. Object declaration, object name let obj, name of the object is completely user defined. Whatever you can write, there is no problem. So the syntax is, the general form is how to declare an object. Object name equals to class name. ଆଇସ୍କ୍ରିମ ସନ୍ତୁଷ୍ଟ କରିଦଉଛି କରିବ ଚିକେନ କରିବ କରିବ ଇଏ ରଶ୍ମିକୁ ରଶ୍ମି ଆଉ କଣ ଯେ ବାର୍ଥଡେ ଚିକେନ ଦେ ଚିକେନ ରୋଷେଇ କର କି କାଇଁ କର କି ଖାଇବ କି ଏଇ ତ ନକରି ଚିକେନ ଭାତ କରିଦବା ଆରାମସେ ଖାଇବ କେକ୍ ଟା କଣ ଭଲ ଲାଗିବ ନହେଲେ ମୋର ପଇସା ନେଇଯା ପଛରେ ସେ ଦୋକାନ ବନ୍ଦ ଚିକେନ ନେଇ ଆସ ତୋଳେ ହଁ ଦପ ବାବୁ ହଁ ଦପ ବାବୁ କ୍ଲାସ ଚାଲିଛି 15 ମିନିଟ ଭିତରେ କ୍ଲାସ ସରିଯିବ ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ଯିବି ସେ କଲ୍ କଥା ହେଇଯିବି so object name equals to object declaration is very simple. So how to declare an object? Object name equals to class name parenthesis. This is the object declaration. Okay. Object declaration is very simple in Python programming. Object name equals to class name parenthesis. When this line will execute, internally a memory will allocate and name of the memory is obj. Or you can say obj is which type of object. Obj is my example type of object. So my example is a type. Class is a data type. Or in programming, data type is also called as a type. You remember? Okay. So this is step number 2. So step number 2 is what? Object declaration. And after object declaration, object name dot, okay, whatever the function you have defined in my example class, that function I will write. So this is called as function is calling. And we know that in function chapter, when a function is calling, function definition is executed. So basically this is called as message passing. This is called as message passing. Message passing is one of the feature of object oriented programming. The meaning is what? When show function is invoking by object obj. Invoke means call. When show function is calling by object obj. Obj is which type of object? My example type of object. So when show function is calling by object obj, then obj is the object of my example class. Then the control will be sure show function definition coming from my example class. The control will go to my example class and this person will execute. So this is the main concept of object oriented programming. When a function is invoking by an object, then function definition is executing. You are defining show function. Show function body is Python main Ceylon software. So how the function definition will execute? When that function will call by the object. Okay. So now I will hit run. I got output Python mains Ceylon software. So class concept is available, object is available, message passing is available, function is available inside the class, that is called as encapsulation. So many object oriented programming feature available, hence we can say this is object oriented program. So this point is very important, which representing object oriented. When a function is calling by object, then function definition is executing. Give a response.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then everybody is writing. I hope.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Guys, 1 minute. Arey Rashmi, Rashmi, guys, 1 minute. साढ़े जो जो नेचर मौका हाँ ମନ୍ଦିର ପଛପଟେ ପଡେ ଏମିତିରେ ଯିବ ସନ୍ତୋଷ ସେ ଓରାକଲ କ୍ଲାସଟା ହବ ଏସକ୍ୟୁଏଲ କ୍ଲାସଟା ମିହିର ତାଙ୍କର ମାତ୍ର ଗୋଟେ ଖଣ୍ଡ କ୍ଲାସ ତାଙ୍କର ଗୋଟେ କ୍ଲାସ କରୁଥିଲେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ଲାସ ବନ୍ଦ କାଲି ବନ୍ଦ ହେଇଯିବ ପୁରା ସେ ଆଜି ନ କରି କେତେବେଳେ କାଲି କରିବ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କି ଦୁଇଟା କ୍ଲାସ ଅଛି ସେ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ଲାସ ମୁଁ ଛାଡ଼ିଦେବି କାଲି କାଲି ଗୋଟେ କହିଦବ ଯେ କାଲି ଗୋଟେ କ୍ଲାସ କିନ୍ତୁ ସେଟା ଲାଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସ ପଛରେ ଆମକୁ ଇଏ କରିବ ରଶ୍ମି ମତେ କହିବ ମୁଁ ତତେ ଫୋନ ପେ କରିଦେବି ମୁଁ ଦେଇଦଉଛି ପଇସା okay so we will go to the next example guys suppose I want to display your full name okay suppose what I told develop a Python program to display your full name Okay, so when a problem task is given and your task is you have to do using class and object. So any task is given when I will start. So I will represent a class or I will define a class. Without a class, we cannot do anything. Everything, whatever we want, that we will do inside a class. That's why I was telling everything is a class that representing object oriented. So I can write class name, let class name is, suppose my example one or second example. That was first example or this is second example. Suppose my class name is. Name of the class is completely user defined. Just to see class name, there is no space. So this is first character is uppercase and here first character is uppercase. Okay, class name. So now you analyze how many number of tasks in your problem task. Number of task is the number of function definition. Suppose definitely I will input my what first name and last name. Then I will display. Suppose I will define a function. Suppose get function. Currently, I told whatever the argument require or not require. That is another point. But self keyword, it is mandatory. First, we have to write. So any function when we are defining inside a class, self keyword, self keyword, it is mandatory that we have to write. Then number of input. So definitely first name and last name is number of input. In function chapter already, I have given the clarity. Number of input is the number of arguments. Any function, when you are defining, you will analyze how many number of inputs required. So number of input you will specify as number of arguments. So this is my data. First name and last name, I can say this is my data memory. Okay. So now currently I was telling, so how I will access my data. So what is the value of f name? So every data I will access by using self keyword. Self dot f name equals to f name. Self dot l name equals to l name. So I will access f name value by self dot f name. I will access l name by self dot l name. Okay, now I will enter a backspace. Now I came out from the get function. Now I will define another function. Let's show function for display. So I can write one output statement. I will write because without output statement, output value or output message will not come to the picture. Okay, so I can write the full name is, if I will write the full name is self dot first name comma self dot last name. Now I came out from the class. So what I did, I defined a class. Class name is second example. In my class second example, I have defined two function. One is get function and another is show function. Two function definition I have presented. So get function I have defined. So get function taking two parameter or argument f name, l name, and data I have accessed by self keyword using dot operator. The value of f name is that is self dot f name. to access ln value through self-date ln. Then show function, another function normally I have defined that representing output statements. Step number one, whatever you have the requirement, accordingly you have written the business logic. Step number two, always same, object declaration. Suppose object name is ob equals to class name, second example parenthesis. So this is the object declaration. Object declaration. Guys, 1 minute. हाँ शुभम. Ceylon Software Private Limited, comma Bhubaneswar, PBSL. ମାନେ ପୁରା ଗୋଟେ ଲାଇନ ରହିବ ପୁରା ଗୋଟେ ଲାଇନ. ତାହେଲେ ଖାଲି Ceylon Software, comma Bhubaneswar ଲେଖିବ. ଗୋଟେ ଲାଇନ. ନା 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 ଗୋଟେ ଲାଇନ ରେ ପୁରା ନର୍ମାଲ ରହିବ. ଏତେ ବଡ ଲାଇନ ଟା ଅଛି କେମିତି ସୂଚକ ହବନି ଲମ୍ବା ଲାଇନ ଟା ଅଛି. କ୍ଲାସ ରେ ଅଛି. ଗୋଟେ ଲାଇନ ଲେଖିକି ପଠା. Object declaration, object name equals to class name parenthesis. After object declaration, the simple thing object name dot function get function. But guys, you see get function having two argument, one is fname lm. Self is not considering, self is an argument but it is not considering one argument or two. What self is mandatory, it is not considering number of arguments. So number of argument is fname lm. So as we have known, function definition and function call signature should be same. So you have defined function get function and you have taken two argument. So at the time of call you have to pass two values. Suppose I will write Saurav. Okay, one value. Suppose I will write, suppose Ganguly, Saurav Ganguly. Okay, now I will write ob dot show function. Step number two is very simple. Object declaration, object dot function. Simple. So when this line will execute, this person will execute. When this line will execute, this person will execute. Okay, so now I will hit run. So where error, one error, str object has no attribute self. So where error is error raised, the full name is self dot, sorry, the comma self dot fname, just you see. So one mistake I have done, comma here. Okay, the full name is Saurav Ganguly. So guys, give a response.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
so format, just you what do a research and you uh, what remember in which format I am developing. Format is one, step number one and step number two. In step number one I defined class and did all these things, and step number two object declaration, then object dot function. Suppose another example, suppose I will give for better clarity. Develop a Python program to find the area of a triangle. Area of a triangle. Suppose I will write class area triangle. Suppose class name is completely user defined, whatever you write. So we know that area of a triangle is half base into height, base and height, two inputs. So number of a task is two function, because two task means two function definition that I will represent. One is for put input and one function definition is, so I will write the logic and I will write the print statement. Okay, so our problem task is to find the area of a triangle using class and object. So now suppose I will define a function. So number of input, base, height, number of input. Same way, self dot base equals to base, self dot height equals to height. Now I came out from the function. I access, once you have data member, the data member will access by self keyword using dot operator. Now I will define another function, suppose area function. Now I will write my business logic. Business logic, now output variable A suppose equals to 0.5 into base into height. Okay, this is my business logic that already we all have known. And I will write one output statement print the area of triangle, area of triangle H, comma A. A means my output variable, that means the value of A. Now I came out from the class. So what I did, so here I have a class, name of the class is area triangle. So in my class area triangle, I have two function. One is get function, another is area function. Okay, get function representing inputting, area function representing, or in area function I have written the business logic and one output statement I have written. So this is all about step number one. Step number two, object, simply object declaration, object dot function. So object declaration, let obj equals to class name area triangle parenthesis. This is object declaration. Object declaration. Okay, object name equals to class name parenthesis. Now after object declaration, so what I will write, object name dot function, get function. Suppose if I will give two value 3.4 comma 5.6, so 3.4 is the value of a base, 5.6 is the value of a height, actual argument, formal argument. Okay, so this part already we know, obj dot area function, function name is area. So step number one is whatever as per your requirement you define the class and you have written the business logic. Step number two is very simple, object declaration and object dot function name. So now we have get function, we have area function. So I have written obj dot get function, obj dot area function. Because as we have known, when a function is invoking by the object, function definition will execute. So when this line will execute, this person will execute. When this line will execute, then this person will execute. Now, so here one output statement I have written. So based on the output statement, output value will come to the picture. Now I will hit run. So again. So function name is area. So where is my error? A equals to 0.5. Yes. So base here self dot base. So little bit mistake again I did. So this is self dot height. So 3 to 4 call that I got, so I did it. Okay, guys, self dot base means the value of a base. So how I will access base? Self dot base. Now I will hit run. So area of a triangle is 9.52. Okay. So I hope everybody got clarity and barabar information that everybody have got about class and object. Okay, only two steps. Step number one, class definition inside the class function definition, and every function definition representing a task. Step number two, object declaration, then object dot function. So message passing available, class available, object is available, data and function present inside a class that is called as data encapsulation. So class, object, data encapsulation, message passing. So these are the features. These are the features of object-oriented programming. Hence, we can say this program is an object-oriented program. ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର clear doubts ନା ଆଉ କିଛି ଅଛି doubt ମାନେ ବାକି doubt?
Excuse
So
me, sir.
yes,
Sir, I have a doubt that if we want to user to enter the values, then what changes we have to do in this
same
area
concept.
of triangle?
Same concept enter already ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ କଣ ଏତେ ପାଠ ପଢେଇ ସାରିଲା ପରେ ତମେ ଏଇ question ପଚାରୁଛ enter the value ମାନେ input function, enter the value, input function, input. Okay, input the function input. But here, right, good question you have asked, good question. In previously we have seen how I will give the value of a variable at the runtime by invoking input function. But here, as per the protocol, as per the protocol is what the self keyword you have to write. And there are two things. So here, in by invoke whatever you have the data member, suppose base and height. So I have to give the value of a base and height at the runtime as per your question. But data member I am accessing by self keyword. Okay, so here if you will give, so where you will give, the question is, so since due to self keyword, that part we are not specifying. So if there is this type of protocol, it is not given the by self keyword. If we are not accessing, then we can write another way. Okay, this is the one point. Second point is at the time of call. Okay, at the time of call, directly we are not calling function. We are calling function by the object. But in function programming, suppose directly function name parenthesis value. So directly we are calling before that any input variable. Suppose I will write instead of 3.4, suppose I will write p comma q. Suppose in this way, suppose I will write. So what is p and q? Then you have to here in this way you have to represent in input input, enter the value, enter the p value, q equals to int input, enter the q value. So it will be tedious. It will be tedious. Okay, so if you want to input the value before calling, actually before calling, so in definition part we cannot do anything because the data member accessing by self keyword. Okay, so that's why in object oriented programming part we are not going through that way, but it can possible. We can take at the value at the runtime. Clear? କିଏ ପଚାରୁଥିଲ ବୁଝିପାରିଲ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ଓକେ ତ ଆକୁ ତେଣୁ ଏମିତି ନ କରିକିରି ଯୋଉଟା କି ଏମିତି enter the value p, enter the value q and the area of a triangle is 15.0 ହେଲେନି ହେଲେ ନା ନାହିଁ?
Yes, sir.
give a
Yes, sir.
response.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
ତ
sir.
ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଫଙ୍କସନ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ଆମେ ଫଙ୍କସନ କଲ୍ କରୁଛେ ତା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଆମେ ନେଇଗଲୁ p ନେଇଗଲୁ ଏଟା ହେଲା e ଆର୍ଗୁମେଣ୍ଟ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲ ଆଉ ବେସ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ହାଇଟ୍ ହେଲା ଫର୍ମାଲ କିନ୍ତୁ p q କୁ ଉପରେ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷ କରିବାର ଅଛି ଏ ପାର୍ଟ ଆମେ ଜାଣିଛେ ଅଲରେଡି ଫଙ୍କସନରେ ପଢିଛେ ତେଣୁ ମୁଁ ଏତେ ଯାତ୍ରା କାହିଁ କରିବି ତେଣୁ ମୁଁ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ ଭ୍ୟାଲୁ ନେଇଯାଉଛି ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ ଡିପେଣ୍ଡ ଅପନ୍ ୟୁ କିଛି ନାହିଁ ଅନ୍ଧାରରେ ଖାଇଲେ ଗୁଡ଼ ଆଲୁଅରେ ଖାଇଲେ ବି ଗୁଡ଼ okay so I hope everybody got clarity so class and object very important because till the end of this Python programming subject we will quite read a class we will read object class object class object class object clear then aji pai etiki okay so thank you to all of you
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.